Raiders, we are on the test server. Let's get right into it. Under Priest Brogni, we're going through here to show you how amazing this new fusion champion can be against the Griffin. If you're having problems with it, this is 90 hard. And then honestly, with the Scarab King, I feel like we're going to beat the Scarab King the same exact way, except we're going to bring in somebody else that can do shields as well. Somebody like Lodric that can give us some shields. We'll heal off of the damage done to those shields. And then these shields can't be removed, which is really good for us on this Griffin. If you don't know the full breakdown of this Griffin, go check out my other 2 videos I've already done for you to beat it very easily. Also, I did it with 4 rares, so there's that video if you are inclined to do it with some rares as well. Now, we're going to go through this and show you exactly how it works with the Griffin. When the Griffin tries to strip all of our buffs, it gets 10% additional damage per buff stripped. But Brogni over here does a 3-turn cooldown for 2 turns of shield and 2 turns of block debuffs. Now, the shields cannot be removed. The block debuffs can be removed. So the Griffin will strip that, but still we have those shields up to absorb that damage and then heal back by 25% of the damage done to those shields. So it's huge. The only other healer we have on this team is Shadow Drakes. That's it. Every turn she takes, she does 10% heal to us based off our max HP. We have no other healer out here. The only one we have in lifesteal gear is Drexthar Blood Twin, and that's only because I was doing some solo action with him. You don't need high resistance. All you need is speed and accuracy. We're not worried about resistance because we've got our Underpriest here, who's going to protect us the whole entire time. Now, the Griffin will take all debuffs on the Griffin on a 33-turn cooldown and transfer them over to everybody on our team. But hopefully on a 3-turn cooldown with our Brogni over here, he'll be able to block that so we don't take all those debuffs. And then again, we have the shields for the other 3-turn cooldown that the Griffin has, where it tries to give us that big slam. We're almost done with this one. Look for another video that I'm putting out today as well. I'm going to load them up at the same exact time. It's taking the Fusion Champion, Brogni over here, along with other shield champions. His passive is so powerful. We all talked about this the moment we saw his passive and said that it's going to work with anybody else with shields. Any shields whatsoever. It doesn't have to be his shields for the passive to work. So I'm taking him along with Lodric, 2-turn shield on a 2-turn cooldown through 66 Doom Tower hard. And we're also going to take Valkyrie, if you have Valkyrie with him, through 120. The Nether Dragon. Okay, now look at this. The Sky Bonds are the biggest thing with this boss. I do have War Master and Giant Slayer procs on 4 out of 5 of these so we can get some more damage. I don't have it on Brogni. There's no War Master or Giant Slayer on him. Okay, we took a couple debuffs. We blocked the rest of them. Look, he's back up with his shields. His shields are here. Now this boss, the Griffin, will ignore HP shields at 10 Sky Bonds. It gets 1 Sky Bond per turn. So we're trying to slow it down. We're trying to decrease defense. We're trying to burn it. We've got our accuracy lead from Drexthar because, yeah, Brogni's got a burn on his A1, but it's not as consistent as having Drexthar in here. Plus, we get that accuracy lead because we don't need resistance on this one. Not with him here, we don't need it. Not with Brogni here, we're good. Look at the Sky Bonds. It's on 6 right now. We are doing an insane amount of damage for it to be on 6 and the Griffin to be this low. And that's all with burns, War Master procs, slowing it down, decreased defense. It all adds up and makes it so we can get this. Because at 10 Sky Bonds, this bird is way faster, hits way harder, and will go through HP shields. So at 10, our HP shields mean nothing. Nothing at all. They won't even heal us because they're not taking damage, and they won't block any of this damage. So we've got to make sure we get it down pretty low by the time we get 10 Sky Bonds up. And if you have somebody drop underneath 50% HP, you'll give it an extra Sky Bond. But going to 10, I mean, we're not going to have somebody drop under 50%. We got Brogni here. He's covering us up. We're good to go. Look at everybody smacking him down. 11 Sky Bonds. Now our HP shields are doing nothing. He can still block buffs, right? He can do all the rest. Easy. Full auto. Very easy for you to do. We're using champions that you should have leveled up. Stag Knight, Terrell, Shadow Drakes, and Drexthar Blood Twin, which we use everywhere in the Doom Tower, or you use in dungeons with Stag Knight and Terrell. The accuracy we need and the speeds we need, I didn't make that up. That's to do this kind of content. Look down below for the link. I'll leave a link down there so you can see every boss in every tier of the Doom Tower, and you'll be able to see what their resistance is, what their speeds are, what their accuracies are. So if you're not trying to fight this Doom Tower 90 hard one, then you know you can lower your standards a little bit. Lower your gear some. so that you'll be able to beat wherever you're at. This guy is really good, and he's going to make it super easy for you to beat this griffin no matter where you're at. So make sure you pick him up and watch that other video where we use other people with shield sets to make it easy to get through. Let's check out the gear on these guys. We'll start with Terrell. He's got defense, speed boots, I believe. There we go. We've got a little bit of resistance gear. We've got more defense here with some defense even further. His total stats are 251 speed. We need that speed in the Doom Tower hard. Until we make a better team where I show you we can go in there with really low speed and maybe an apothecary or something, right now we need the speed. We need to keep up with the speed because as that griffin gets sky bonds, it gets 2.5 speed per sky bond. So at 10, it's already up from 250 speed to 275. At 20, it's up to 300 speed and doing a crazy amount of damage. You don't want that to happen. You definitely don't. Again, if you need a breakdown of him, go watch the other video. We fully break down his skills and what you need to know when you go into that fight. So right now we've got an accuracy banner. That's it. We didn't go for anything too crazy. You don't need resistance in this fight. I have resistance for some other things that I'm doing with the Nether Dragon, 120, the final boss on Doom Tower Hard. So don't worry about resistance right now. You don't need it on this one. None of them do. Like right here, I'm going to show you my Brogni, right? Where's he at? Brogni. He does not need this resistance, so don't harp on the kind of gear he's got right now. He's got crazy resistance. I know. It's for the Nether Dragon. It has nothing to do with Griffin, the Griffion. So don't worry about it. All you need is the speed, right? You just got to get some speed up so we can cycle through his A3. That's really all we care about. We're just cycling through this. We're blocking debuffs. We're getting a shield that can't be removed by the Griffin. And then we're healing back based off of damage done to that shield from this passive right here. And then we're also, the only other heal we have in there is Shadow Drake's 10% every time she takes a turn, which works out really well together, and we get to beat it. Now, we didn't have War Master on this one, and we actually did really well. I think we had War Master on everyone else. Let me go back over to Terrell. Where are you? Where'd he go? Here, we did have War Master on him. We should have it on Stag Knight as well. Stag Knight is here. He has it. That way we can get that damage in there. We've got to kill it, and we can't wait too long. Because once it gets past that 10, we can no longer heal off of our HP shields do nothing then. It hits through HP shields. Nothing will happen with that. It's no good. We can still block buffs, but we can no longer heal off the HP shield or absorb damage. So he's just got speed stuff on here, right? The speed, defense, HP, nothing for damage. We're just keeping him alive, accuracy, and then here are his masteries. We could fill in a few more masteries if we wanted to. And that's it for Stag Knight. And then we had Shadow Drakes, right? Shadow Drakes in here. Keep in mind, again, don't worry about this resistance. You don't have to have this resistance for this boss. Do not worry about it at all. You just need the speeds. You need the accuracy. Plus, we're using an accuracy lead, so you really don't even need that much accuracy. I just can't go. I can, but it would take too much time for me to re-gear them all just to show you how minimal you can do it. Remember, you need the accuracy. Look at the spreadsheet down below. You can see the accuracy needed, the resistance, all that from each of these bosses in the Doom Tower. Just look below in the comments and you'll see that link. And you can check it for whichever boss you're doing in the Doom Tower. Then you'll know exactly what you need. So we're coming in there with enough accuracy. We have survivability, and then we're using her, basically, her passive, right, to give us the heals. HP, she's got HP, resistance, speed, and then we've got more HP, because she does healing, right? Everything usually does healing based off of max HP. So we've got her HP up. We're not trying to get damage from her. We're not trying to do damage based off of defense like she does to kill things. We just want to make sure that when she uses her passive or other people heal her, we get some really big heals. So she has higher HP. Otherwise, she'd have really low HP, super low. And then we've got Drexlar Blood Twin as our lead on this one to give us an accuracy lead. So really the requirement for gear is not going to be that bad. I know it's Doom Tower 90 hard, guys. It's what it is. I didn't make these requirements up. So if you need that speed, then you need that speed. If you need the accuracies, you got to have that accuracy, but you have an accuracy lead here. I also have him in Giant Slayer so we can get some more damage. He hits 3 times on his A1, and we've got him in a lifesteal gear to heal back some life if we needed to. But we could run this without lifesteal. We really could. Now that we have Brogni in there, I don't need lifesteal on Drexlar Blood Twin. It was only when I was soloing with Drexstar, no, when I did a 3-man video with Drexstar, Shadow Drakes, and we used Rhodos in there to kill the Griffin. So go check out those videos if you haven't. But that's it, everyone. Let me know what you think about Brogni. Do you think he's a great legendary champion? Go check out the other video where he's taking advantage of other people's HP shields and you're able to get through Doom Tower much easier. Even the Nether Dragon, you're able to get through that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in in a video soon.